What's going on YouTube? I am HOTMESS MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today we are doing a video that I have seen and I was like, I want to do that. I have enough now. It is a full face using samples. All kinds of mini little samples for all kinds of things. Gemini, no. So I am going to be using all kinds of samples. I was waiting until I literally had a sample of everything. I'm pretty sure we have everything. We might have to outsource a little. If I get to that point, I'll let you know if I had to use something that was not a sample, okay? So you know that when we start our skin, our face, we, do our moisture and our prep and all that. So this is the Pep Start Eye Cream from Clinique. I got this from Sephora. And it's got a little squeezy tube. All right, how about that? Okay, a little bit more. All right, we're gonna let that set in. I'll just dab a little. I like to dab some on my eyelids because they get dry there. And moving right along. Now we're gonna try Believe in True, the True Cream Aqua Balm. I have been wanting to try this. I've been wanting to try this one ever since Stephanie Nicole said that she uses this in her skincare routine as like her last step to cover up. So it's like a gel moisturizer. That's what I'm feeling here. If you've ever used the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea moisturizer, it kind of feels like that. It's like going in right away. Okay. I have a little friend along for the ride today. I also got this Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm and Lip Scrub Little Duo. I do use the Agave Lip Balm Night Treatment. It's like a night mask, but I use it all the time. The scrub.
Ooh, this is like honey. Mmm. This is nice.
I feel like you can't put anything on your lips without like tasting it, and it definitely tastes like honey. And it feels good, like really good. You know how some lip scrubs just, you scrub the stuff away, but it doesn't like moisturize afterward? This feels like moisturizing. I don't really suggest you eat it because now it's tasting a little funny, but that could be the moisturizer that's still on my hands. Okay, that's wiped away. Now we're gonna put on the lip balm. I am curious if the lip balm is the exact same as the mask that I already have. I don't think so. Kind of feels like a thick version of Carmex. I mean, it doesn't taste bad or anything. Oh, I like this. I think I'm gonna need to pick up this combo. And there's enough for definitely more lip balm and maybe one more lip scrub. So that already I know is a yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wanna use the Aqua Balm again. So I'm just gonna set that aside. So we've done the skincare stuff. Now we're gonna go into primers. This one is the Dr. Brant Pores No More Luminizer Primer. Gives a natural looking backlit glow, revives dull complexions, helps refine the look of pores. Okay, this is like a skin tone color. Kind of reminds me of the Becca Backlight Primer. It's got a sheen to it, which my skin could use right now. I'm definitely under some high stress and not drinking enough water, just, everything that we all do on the regular. So we're just gonna put on the Luminizing Primer from Dr. Brant. It smells like clinical. Does that make sense? It smells like a pharmacy kind of. I mean, not that you go into a pharmacy and sniff around, but do you get what I'm saying? Not floral at all. I don't know, when you get these little things, is this like 2 or is this supposed to be like a sample. Am I supposed to use all of this? Because I don't feel like I need to use any more. Maybe we'll get to use this another time. We'll set that one aside. I feel like this is like way more than enough. Probably too much. I feel like this with a little BB cream, because it's got that little sheen to it. I don't know if that'll pop through because the foundation I'm using today is full coverage, so we will see, won't we? Now on to foundation. I may be one of the only humans on earth that has not tried the Urban Decay All-Nighter, but I really, really wanted to when it first came out. When I tested on my hand and walked around Ulta, it oxidized very quickly. Got my beauty blender on deck, ready to go. Oh, 2.5 is really light. Really light. I'm gonna try to blend this out and see how much it oxidizes. Okay, it's kind of the shade of my neck a little when it's blended out, but it's pretty pink. So let's take a little bit of 5.0. Let's just try that on the other side, see what happens. And that is gonna be too dark. If it oxidizes at all. Okay, so we're gonna take 2.5, squeeze it up on the hand and mix in the 5.0. And this is supposed to be like super full coverage. God, samples are so dumb. Why put it in this little tubey? Why not give me a little container of it? I did a whole thing of 2.5 and about half a thing of 5.0. I mix foundations all the time, but I tend to like to mix the things that are like a high end with a low end to get the perfect consistency. Let's try this. Oh yeah, woo! That might work. All right, let's try to work quickly because I have way too much. Let's try to bounce this stuff around. We went from testing out samples to full mask quick. Wow, I kind of went ham here, guys. Sorry, it's too much. All right, that's definitely not a full tube capsule of it, and I still have this much left. Can't reuse it though. Might as well cake face it today. If anyone uses this foundation on the regular, what do you usually blend it with? Do you use a beauty blender? Use a brush? This is so pigmented I need to put it in my ear. Oh God. This wasn't supposed to be a challenge video. This was just supposed to be like, hey, let's test out some stuff and see if any of this I would repurchase. I don't know that anyone would need concealer with this. And as for the primer that's underneath, yeah, if it's luminizing, none of us know. None of us know. Well, a little bit, huh? I'm gonna try to take a brush and kind of blend this because I don't want to be 150% cake face today. Oh, maybe the blender is the best way to go. This is not liking the brush. What not to do when trying out makeup. But see, it still did oxidize on me. It still did turn. It's like when you go to the MAC store and you just pick a bottle and then you get home and you're like, whoa, should have shade matched on my neck before I left. All right, so we're gonna just clean up the other areas. Wow. Well, it definitely covers everything. My little zit is kind of buried now. And my hair has makeup all up in that. I think I might actually really like this foundation if I got it in, you know, the right shade, but not if I had to mix two. I'd have to find one that was the perfect shade because I'm not gonna spend $60 in order to get the perfect shade because I have to mix two. And I find so often nowadays I have to do that anyway. Cake face complete. The Tarte High Performance Neutrals Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer. They have Fair Light and Light Medium Beige. So let's just go in with Light Medium Beige. Ooh, that's really pink. They really, I mean that's, oh, it's thick. This one might be better with a brush. That's pretty pink. I might have to go in with the lighter one. I think this is supposed to be more natural than the Shape Tape, which is fine, whatever. Probably not the best mix with the All-Nighter Foundation. But I could imagine if you had the All-Nighter Foundation and the All-Nighter Concealer, because usually formulas tend to work well within themselves. You know, they're made to match up with their other products. Okay, I do not like putting on concealer like this. I mean, I always put on concealer with my finger, but the first initial application, not so much. So I think I would be using this beige, but I want it to be a little more bright. So I'm gonna grab some of the fair. I'm gonna turn it really light. Oh yeah, really light. Oh, probably too much. Oh, we'll just do the other parts of the face. Yeah, I feel like I'm turning a little bit orange here. Probably just too much damn makeup on. Whoa, that was probably too much there too. Oh well. And we're just gonna try to blend in the madness. One of the things I did not get was I don't have a contour, but I do have a sample for a bronzer, so we'll see if we can make that work too. All right, it plays well with this foundation. I also don't have a loose powder, so I'm gonna have to use something to make sure all this doesn't crease. I'll probably just use Rcma. No color powder. All right, I have ferociously bounced my face. I'm gonna go get my powder and set, and I'll be right back. And I gotta wash my hands because this is gross. I put on some powder and I'm feeling full effect to cake face, just saying. I think for far away, it looks great, but up close, I look like I have a lot of makeup on, which I'm not against by any means. You guys know I like it. This is a bit much. I have this tiny little bronzer from Bahama. It's called Bahama Mama from the Balm. So if it's not too dark, we're gonna try to bronze up a little. It's going on the foundation okay, but because this is a little tiny little guy, it's like, you know, I don't want one part of my brush to be completely saturated and, you know, the rest not have anything. So I'm trying to get the most. This is usually the brush that I use when I want to diffuse a color that I'm afraid is going to be too dark. So this is the one that I usually use for contour. That's not a bad bronzer. I actually thought it was going to be a lot darker. You know, doing this sample thing makes me appreciate my own makeup. Like, I just am doing this, and the whole time I'm like wanting to go grab my usual bronzers, you know? Because this is hard. First world problems. Not as pigmented as I thought it would be, but you know, it's good. It's okay. Already getting the creasing right here from the too much foundation. Bleh. But I have this little card, so why not? This is Glisten, and it also has the bronzer Park Avenue Princess. So let's just take a little bit of that. Makeup on a card. It's so weird. Let's see how this goes. That's a little more pigmented, a little more brown. I think this color could go south real quick though. I believe I might have this full size somewhere, but I never ever use Park Avenue Princess. And I know it's like Tarte's bronzer, you know? All right, on to blush. We're gonna use Glisten. I think I have this one and it's full size. I probably just did too much. I always go too hard with the blush and then I blend it down, always. And then I take a trusty brush and I blend everything in. Okay, for highlight today, I have the Cover FX Glitter Drops, and then I have a mini MannyMUA Manizer. So I think we're gonna layer the two. This is the shade Mirage. So if we've already got this full cake face, might as well have, you know, a strobe of glitter on my face. Why not? It's a lot of glitter. All right, let's just blend it with the Beauty Blender. Oh, it's getting stuck right there. No. Me no likey. Blend, yo. Oh, no, this is not how you're supposed to use these. I did a demo showing the stuff I got from Sephora and this was in it, but I don't remember being so problematic. There we go. Just lots of blending. Lots of blending. It's not necessarily moving the foundation. It's just not, it's not playing well. I think with this one, maybe you just have to embrace the glitter or just use your finger. Just try a little finger dabbing only. I don't think that's as bad. Girl, you want to wear glitter, do you? Wear glitter. Just dump the whole bottle. How come one side seems to be like a green and the other side's like, nope. No, not today. Today we are not gonna play well with others. Left side, you're in timeout corner. Right side, you can come play.
Yay, texture.
So let's just, you know, let's just strobe the hell out of it. We're gonna take some MannyMUA Manizer and let's put her right here. This is a good highlighter. I do own this full size somewhere. I prefer it without the glitter drops.
Let's go full YouTube glam. You know, if we're gonna do it, just do it.
Do it. Do it all. It's because I'm not going anywhere after this. That's why. Now I take my trusty Wayne and I blend everything out. I know some people like to leave it there, but not this girl. And I don't like what's going on right here. I'm gonna have to put more blush. Blend it all. I know I say I'm gonna go there and then I end up blending it all out because I'm like, no, I'm just telling you I'm gonna go there, but I'm not really. Not for the reals. I don't know if it's the bronzer muddying up or what, but if you add the blush again, it'll kind of blend it together, because the blush might have a little sheen to it, but it's not straight glitter. Now I think the hardest part is going to be the eyebrows, because my sample, unless I still have it somewhere, is this. And I don't ever just draw in my brows. Okay, so I have a couple different brow things, but I'm telling you, I have to draw these things in because I literally have no eyebrows. So we've got two colors here. This is the Brow Powder Duo, and this one is Chocolate. So, you know, let's see if we can draw on our brows today with some brow powder. I'm gonna go crazy with it, and I'm gonna grab the dark, and I'm gonna try to like outline it out. This takes so much longer than a pencil. I could see if you're somebody that has some brows and just a little bit of sparse brows, but this is not fun. At this point, I'm literally switching back and forth between the dark and the light and trying to kind of stroke them in. But this is just really time consuming. And my brows already take so long. I could see doing this as like an extension of what you already do, like if you use a pencil. If anybody only uses brow powders, down in the comments, let me know. Like, do you have a lot of brow, or are you get used to it and you become quick? Okay, this is the attempt. I don't like it. I'm not even gonna finish it. I'm going to go do my brows off camera, and then we will come back. I definitely could see the use of this, and I might add it in after I do my regular brow routine and fill in with this. We'll come back to that. I'll be right back. Okay, baby is awake, so the mic had to come on. I was charging earlier, so I'm sorry if the sound was a little muffled, but I have done my regular brow routine. It's just, you know, draw some in, and now we're gonna take some of the powder and fill in the sparse spots. When I just did regular eyebrow and filled it in, I like this side a lot better than going in too heavy with the brow powder. I could definitely see myself purchasing this in the future because I like how more natural, instead of just a bunch of carved in brow pencil. I could definitely see why people use brow powders and why makeup artists would use it on a celebrity client. Yeah, you take that time, but if you're walking the red carpet or something like that, I get it. I get it. We're going to go on to the eyes, which actually should be quite simple, hypothetically. All I'm doing right now is trying to spread out wherever I had concealer, whatever. I've got that chunky thing going on here. I do not have a sample eyeshadow palette or anything, but what I'm gonna be testing out is the multi-sticks from Bite Beauty. I got this little sample card, and it's got papaya, biscotti, and cashew. And it says that they can be used on lips, cheeks. This is lips and cheeks. Women have always used lipstick on eyes and cheeks. I was inspired to develop a formula that performed well on lips, eyes, and cheeks. So it says that it applies like a cream and wears like a powder. So we're just gonna do a simple eye look using some of these, and these have always intrigued me. One, because I do like the idea of the simplicity. Sometimes we don't want to do a million things on our eyes. The other thing is one of my favorite makeup artists, Jordan Liberty. He also has a YouTube channel, but he is a makeup artist first. He has all of these depotted in his kit, and he uses them on the regular. So I think I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to do a simple look. with brushes and that kind of thing. Like just maybe pick up a denser brush. So I'm gonna take the pinky shade Papaya and see if I can, you know, put my brush in it. Okay, so I have a little bit of Papaya, and we're gonna just try this here. Try to see how well they buff and blend. And I'm really just trying to blend the product exactly where I want it, and then I'll go in and I'll diffuse the edge very precisely instead of being like a powder where you just buff it all over the place. I think with this kind of product, you do precise kind of placement, and then you kind of buff around it. That's what I'm thinking. So right now I'm just trying to create the eye shape that I want. I barely just kind of skimmed my brush, and you can see this is a lot more pink and pigmented than I thought. And I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just kind of blend out the edge. I really like these. I think for somebody that's in a pinch on time, I think for aging or mature skin, this is a beautiful product. I mean, let's be real. Young people can wear everything. You can wear everything. Everything looks good on you. You don't need a full coverage mask, but it looks good on you. Yes, I'm generalizing here, but if I had my 20-year-old skin back, I wouldn't feel the need to do a whole cake face unless that was a look I wanted to achieve. Now it's like I gotta cover all this stuff, but try to minimalize the fine lines, wrinkles, and texture that's gonna show up from all the product. But I mean, look how smooth that blends. And I have dry eyelids, and this area always grabs onto product, and this is fantastic. Oh no. I say oh no because it's like, oh, do I need this now in my life? No, I don't need it right now. But you know I'm gonna want them all. You know that. So now we're gonna go into Cashew, which is the more brown shade, and I'm gonna try to deepen up. I am a little sad about opening these. It's like, what am I gonna do now? Try to put them in a little container so I can save them for a little bit longer. Melt them down and put them in little lipstick bullets so they're mine forever. Okay, so I'm just taking Cashew on this little dense brush, and I'm gonna build up. If you can work with ColourPop, like Super Shock shadows, you could definitely do this. And if it was your own, you know, little stick, I'm sure you could spread a little more, but I like the ease and use with brushes. I'm gonna take the original little brush and just blend those little edge right there. And I wanna use a little of the Biscotti, which is the more mauvey tone. And I'm gonna take that same brush. This is a Makeup Geek Outer V brush. I am missing a liner, and I'm too lazy to go find a little sample, so I'm just gonna take that dark brown from the powder and smudge that on the lash line. And I'm just stamping that right on the edge. I'm gonna try to take a little of the smudger and some Biscotti, the lower lash line. Okay, so on this eyeball, I decided to add a little bit of Papaya and Biscotti on the actual lid. And I am loving the result. We're gonna do it on this side. We're gonna take some Cover FX drops and we're gonna put them on the lid. They might crease up on us, but you know, I don't care at this point. This is actually awesome on the lid because it does dry pretty quickly. You could go in hard, you could go in not so hard. So I'm finding some use for this obnoxious glitter highlighter. And I only cheated with the brows because I didn't want to sit here all day long. That's nice. A lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. That's for sure. We are almost done, guys. It's only taken me 15 hours to film this. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of cashew. Now these aren't like regular lipstick. They're more matte. The one that I have, I put it on and it just stays there. The pie, pinken it up. Now mascara, I've got this mini, they're real. Go with that. This foundation is really bringing out my forehead wrinkles. I mean, I know they're there. I just don't need to highlight them, you know? Mascara, and we are almost done, people. We are almost done. This mini size is mild in comparison to the full size. I do have the full size of this one, and it is intense. If you are not paying attention, you can poke the shit out of your eye, but it gets like every last little lash. I don't know that it like lifts them very well. Sometimes I'll use this with something else. Even the Benefit Roller Lash will lift better, and then this one gets like every last eyelash. And a lot of times my eyelashes are like covered in eyelash glue from days before, but it's got a really cool little ball tip, so you can get these little guys down here. I forgot to plug in the mic. This video is gonna be a hot mess. Sorry about that. Okay guys, let's do a review roundup of the products and what I would repurchase. Okay, review roundup. Urban Decay foundation. I'm gonna have to give it another try, guys, before I say yes or no. It's full coverage, it's awesome. I just think that this right here, I've had full coverage foundations that don't just sit in my creases right here so terribly as this one. So I don't know if I use too much or what, but that's a maybe. This Tarte Amazonian Clay concealer, it's okay. You know, it kind of reminds me of IT Cosmetics. I'd rather stick with it. So that's like a no. So I got 2 out of so far. Bahama Mama was not pigmented enough, at least not this sample size, so I would not repurchase. Maybe the full size would be better, or maybe this, I've had this in a sample size drawer for too long. The blush is nice. Honestly, I would have rather used the bite sticks on my cheeks to see how they work out, and I do have glisten already, so it is a nice blush. Mary Lou Manizer highlighter is fantastic. I already own it. I would definitely repurchase. The ABH brow powder, I am definitely intrigued. If those pop up on Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, I am getting one because I feel like it just did that extra for my brows. So I might be looking into getting some kind of brow powder. It's that extra step that just, I think it really looked nice. The Cover FX drops are fun. I'm so glad that I have this little size because I mean, it goes on the lids and it's fun. I wouldn't spend the full price point for this though, but I'm glad to have the mini one. I feel like, bottom line, out of everything I tried, I mean, I already know that I like their Real mascara. It is these little Bite Beauty multi-sticks. I could put them on my eyes. I feel like my eyes look great. They're not creasy, they're not clumpy. It looks well blended. You could do this whole monochromatic look. You could do the eyes and the cheeks and the lips, and it's very on trend. It's very beautiful. I can't wait to play with these, and now I have a fear because I'm going to want them all. And then I'm going to want to depot them and use them all the time. But I feel like this is a great product. It can be used, especially as I'm getting older. You look for these holy grail kind of items, and this was a win for me. The primer did nothing for me. I don't think it's special. I don't know if it has anything to do with the all-nighter foundation, but I wouldn't repurchase it. Maybe under a more dewy foundation or a breathable foundation. The Belief lotion, the moisturizer, not sure yet, but the Bite lip scrub and the lip balm were fantastic. So Bite wins. This just turned into a mini Bite review, and I am obsessed. And I don't say those words very often. I get excited about my indie brands. I get excited about a lot of things, but not often on my channel about lip products, because I know what I like and I usually stick with that realm. but I am so intrigued by these multi-sticks and the scrub and the balm. Bite wins. So that was my full face with samples, an entire full face of samples. There was some challenges there. There was some challenges, but I discovered that I need more Bite Beauty in my life. And I also discovered that a lot of this other stuff is not necessary. So, thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye!